Hello and good morning to all my friends here at the Taxidermy Witch. We love you so much. I'm just going to polish my camera really quick. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. There you are. Hopefully we're a little bit more clear. But I'm not yet out of bed. Having a slow morning. But that's not going to stop me from saying hello to you guys and reading a little bit to you guys and opening a gift. I got another birthday gift that came in from the channel. Good morning, Raven. Good morning, Lunchbox. We're just kicking it in bed and having a slow morning, like I said. So I thought that we would open my package from Christina. She's going to pop on. As soon as she gets here, she'll say hello. She knows I'm opening her gift. But until she gets here, I thought we'd read a book. It has nothing to do with witchcraft except for the fact that it's hilarious. There's a little boy looking at a frog on the front, and that reminds me of witchcraft a little bit, just like a small child being at nature with a toad. Reminds me of myself. But anyway, it was written in 1974, and it's called Questions That Children Ask. And my daughter and I were reading some of it last night, and it was really funny. And it's got like the craziest questions in here, like the table of contents is nuts. What am I made of? How do I grow? When will I stop growing? How can I grow tall and strong? Why can I eat only what I like? And I like to go through this book and tell you that A, I'm not a doctor, but B, I do know a lot about health and nutrition. And what in here is probably something they wrote in the 70s just to teach children that was the wrong stuff. But you know, that's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have it, just like I'm allowed to have my channel and all that. Christina, are you here? I'm going to open your package. Hey, Michelle Knoll Creations, how are you? So let's just read a little bit. You guys pick a number between 9 and 184. Somebody pick a number between 9 and 184, and we'll read that topic. We'll read that question that she'll... 47, thank you, Lunchbox. We'll go 47 and then 21. Thank you, Raven Sandman, as well. So, topic 47. Do children in all countries play the same games? Let's find out. Let's find out. I'm guessing it's on page 47. Nope. How do I find it? We'll get there. Don't worry, Lunchbox. Christina, are you here yet? We're going to open your gift. 47. Let's see. That's about everyday life. Okay, I see. I see how we find it. Ah! The book flew out of my hand. Do children in all countries play the same games? Children ask about everyday life. About everyday life. I'm almost there. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Do children in all the countries play the same game? So it's got this picture, and I got the book for the pictures because I'm going to cut this up and then use it for art. But let's see what it has to say. If we could, if we could travel together all around the world, what would we see? Boys and girls playing games. We would know how to play the. How would we know how to play the games that they play? Some would be strange to us, but many would not. In almost all countries, boys play ball. Sometimes the balls are big. Sometimes they are small. Sometimes they are hard, and sometimes they are not. Boys throw and catch balls. See, they're telling you what boys do and what girls do. Today, that would not fly, would it? Anyway, this is 1976, and it's just interesting. So, boys throw and catch balls, kick balls, hit them with a stick. The rules may be a little different than your rules, but you could play ball with them too, and have fun. Little girls play dolls everywhere. Girls jump rope through the rhymes they sing as they jump are different in each country. Boys and girls play circle games. Do you ever play Did you ever see a lassie do this way and that? In France, the children sing Sur les points d'Avignon as they play. In English, the song goes, On the bridge of Avignon, the boys bow this way. You could play that game easily. In almost all countries, children run races and play tag just as children have always done through the ages. Long ago in Rome, children played a kind of hopscotch. Long ago in Greece, children jumped rope. Children in all countries play games! Exclamation point. So that's good to know. But I do feel like they really segregated what boys and girls can do in there, and that's probably not something that would fly today. Hey Debbie, how are you? About that box, it's $40 plus shipping. I just don't know what shipping container I can get it into, the doll box. So, you know, shipping will probably be like, I don't know, 15, 17 bucks. So it just depends. But I'll get it up on the Etsy site for you if you want to purchase that doll box. Okay, so someone picked question number 21. Christina's not here yet. Hey, Silver Willow. I'm doing 21 and then I'll do the 88. So we're doing 21. How does my hair grow? That is the question for that one. And why do some people have curly hair is also there. And why do some people have red hair? Now, I know why some people have red hair, and it depends on your blood type. Actually, the red hair is like an Rh negative recessive trait, I do believe. Not a doctor, not a scientist. Age 21, children ask about themselves. So, how does our hair grow? We'll find out. What are fingers and toenails for? Okay, how does my hair grow? Each hair on your head, well, there's this picture here, which is fantastic, if I may say so myself. Hey, Ozark Oracle, how are you? So nice to see you. Clarissa's here. Is my package sender here yet? She's not here yet. We'll give her a few more minutes, and then we'll open her gift. I think she'll be here, though. So, how does my hair grow? Each hair on your head grows from a tiny root. You cannot see this root, for it lies deep down under your skin in a very tiny tube called the follicle. At the bottom of each follicle, a very small blood vessel that brings food to the cells. As the new cells grow, they push the old cells up into the follicle, and then the old cells change into hair. Do you know that you have about 60,000 hairs on your head? Why do some people have curly hair? Also a part of 21. Why is your hair straight or a little wavy? It is so curly that it is hard to comb. Whether your hair grows out straight or curly depends on the shape of your hair roots. Is that true, you guys? Are there any hairstylists here? Hey, Uncle Badger, hello, hello. Is that true? It depends on your roots. Maddie, where are you? If your hair roots are round, the hair will grow out straight. If the hair roots are flatter, your hair will grow out curly. But whether your hair is straight, wavy, or curly, it will be beautiful if you keep it clean and brush it every day. Well, I don't agree with that. No, I'm teasing. But if you do have dreads, you want to make sure that you don't do them all the way to the scalp except for the first time. And the reason that I do my partials like this and let them grow out is so that I don't develop alopecia. Alopecia, again, I'm not a doctor, but it's when you have dreads or cornrows or braids that are too tight and they're portioned off into squares, and you can see around those squares there's balding around the lock itself. That's called alopecia, and it's a balding that the hair will never come back. So let's say you had dreads for 20 years, you started to develop alopecia because you kept them really tight and you grew your hair back. Those spots, those bald spots in your head will never come back through from the information I've read. Thanks, I love my dreads too. They're just so hot at night, you know. And sometimes if I keep my bun way on top of my head, it's comfortable to sleep. But man, I think sleeping, that first year of having my dreads, sleeping was never more interrupted. It hurt all the time. Not so bad anymore. So let's find out why some people have red or brown hair. The color of your hair, like the color of your skin, depends on how much pigment you have. The skin cells that make pigment are deep in your scalp. It is the pigment that colors your hair blonde, red, brown, or black. That's all we get. It didn't say anything about blood type. That's okay. Thean Soso, welcome. Your brother has alopecia. Is it from hairstyle or is it just something that happened? I don't know if it can happen naturally to somebody or if it's just from hairstyling. I don't know, I guess, that much about it. So what was the other number you guys wanted me to read from? And then we'll go ahead and open the package. And I wanted to read to you guys from some of the books I got, but I can't read you out of that Scott Cunningham book. It makes me fucking cry. Like, I just start bawling. So as soon as I can start reading it without bawling, it's not that I mind crying on my channel, but if I can't even, like, get through a paragraph to read it to you guys. So that's Whispers of the Moon, his biography. So anyway, but I'm really excited to start reading you guys The Drunken Botanist, and maybe we'll have time to do that this morning. Christine, are you here for your package opening? I think she said she had to go to work. You want 88, Michelle Mo. It's in the family, it's hereditary. Okay. Thanks for telling me, Shauna. Because I didn't know that. Now I know. So 88. How do plants breathe and do plants sleep? What a cool one to be reading from. Michelle Knoll Creations. So that's under What Children Ask About Plants. Such a cool section. So sad. I ask kids all the time, just randomly, like that I hang out with at family functions or whatever, if they know what a carrot looks like, or if they could draw me a carrot, or if they could draw me, and they draw carrot coins, or they draw carrot sticks, but they never know how to draw the root of a carrot, or I'll say, draw me celery, and they draw me celery pieces, but they don't know how it grows in the ground. They don't know, they usually know oranges come from the ends of trees, but it's like, that's about the only one. Have no idea what a beet is. No idea what kale is, unless you say kale chips, and then they're like, oh, right. But I mean, it's a bummer for me that, I don't know, kids don't know more about it. I think it's really, really, really frickin' important that we teach our kids how to grow foods. Yeah, kid questions from 1976. So here's some of these pictures I was talking about that are just gorgeous. And the question we've got is, how do plants breathe? We breathe with our lungs. This is the front of the book. It's super cute. We breathe with our lungs. When we breathe in, we take a gas called oxygen from the air. When we breathe out, we return a gas called carbon dioxide to the air. Pure magic right there. And the fact that what plants produce gives us breath, and what we produce gives plants breath, isn't that quite something? Like that we have this ecosystem where we can't live without each other. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a carnivore or not, you need oxygen. And I just think that that's beautiful. Also, when we breathe in and we breathe out, a change happens, and that's magical in its own. So I feel like this book should say a lot more if I wrote it, but that's okay. Plants take in carbon dioxide through the tiny openings or pores in their leaves. They need carbon dioxide to help make their food. When they let out air through the tiny pores, they return oxygen to the air. We need oxygen to breathe. That is one way we and plants help each other. Well, I guess they did say it, and I just didn't let it get a chance to get there. What a beautiful way to say it. Okay, do plants sleep? Do you guys know if plants sleep? I think one way to kind of think about that is, if you have a flower, and it's a certain type of flower that closes up at night and opens during the day, it would make me think that they do sleep, because at night they do kind of close up their leaves and take a break and then reopen up in the day. But I think it also depends on whether you believe plants have a spirit or not. There's something in there that is, I surely do believe plants have a spirit. And these are kind of parts of the reasons why. Thanks, Shana. So do plants sleep? Plants do not sleep as we sleep, but they do rest. Many trees rest in the winter. The bulb of the iris plant rests in the winter too, while its flowers and leaves die in the spring. New flowers and leaves grow from iris bulb. Most plants rest during the cold weather, but many plants also rest in the morning and close around noon. The 4 o'clock, oh god, there was something really cool I had to tell you guys too. The 4 o'clock gets its name because it's open around 4 in the afternoon. So there's a flower called the 4 o'clock. The evening primrose doesn't... Is Heather Foley here? Heather, have you ever heard of that flower? Hibernating is sleep. Absolutely. I think that that's definitely a form of sleep, hibernating, right? I've done it before. I'm kind of doing it right now. Okay, so... Can flowers tell time? Oh, well, the evening primrose doesn't even open till the sun goes down. Can flowers tell time? No. If there is no sun, the 4 o'clock will not open at 4 o'clock. It responds to the sunlight. The dandelion is even more particular. It doesn't like wet weather. On a rainy day, its flowers are closed. When do the flowers in your garden open and close? So it's cool because it's actually taking and telling kids to go out in their garden and observe and just like, what kind of plants does your mom have? Then, you know, how do they act? So I think that's really cool. If you guys want, we can either go ahead and open the package or we can pick another number between the number 9 and 183. And we can talk about another things children would ask in 1976. So you guys decide, package or book. And after the package, we'll switch to the drunken botanist. 172, and you'll message her again. Okay, awesome. Like I say, you guys, after she did her affirmation this morning on her channel, I think at the end of it, she said she had to go to work. So she might be at work, y'all. 172. But she did respond back on Skype when I told her I was doing what I was doing. Okay, 172. She didn't say she'd be here. She just was excited about it. There is no freaking 172. I'm sorry, pick another number. They skip numbers here and there, and I don't know why. There's either a 170 or a 174. Who works in a school? Who works at the television station? 44? Okay. Oh, hold on. We've got somebody with a 4 o'clock. Silver Willow. I love 4 o'clocks, especially the multicolored ones. I'm going to have to look it up. All right, I'll go for 44. 44. 44. How is the mayor elected? This will be interesting. And that's under Children Ask About Everyday Life. How is the mayor elected? There we go. Here's the mayor. It kind of looks like a Watergate incident, but it's supposed to be a mayor. Oh, Dirty Dick and Watergate. How is the mayor elected? Election time is coming. It is time to elect a new mayor. John Jones wants to be mayor. Tom Smith wants to be mayor too. Each has told the people why they think they would be good and make their own city a better place to live in. The people have listened to them at meetings and watched them on television programs. They have read about them in the newspaper. They have decided which ones they will think will be the best mayor. On election day, voting places open in each neighborhood. These places are open for only certain hours. The citizens who live in the neighborhood and who are old enough to vote again can go there to choose the mayor they want. Some voting places are just sheets of paper called ballots. The other ballots on the ballots are the names John Jones and Tom Smith. Other voting places have voting machines. The names of John Jones and Tom Smith are on machines too. To vote, a citizen goes to a small enclosed booth. It sounds pretty much the same, except they don't do it by mail back in the day, and that might have been a better idea. To vote, a citizen goes to a small enclosed booth. He marks his paper ballot with an X before the name of the person he wants for mayor. If it is a voting machine place, he pulls a lever to vote for John Jones or Tom Smith, like a slot machine. Nobody can see how he votes. After all the votes are in, they are counted. The person who receives the most votes is the new mayor. The people choose the mayor they want to lead their city, and they choose the governor of the state in the same way. So, I want to talk about this really quick. I think another way that people vote And I think this is why paper ballots are not a good idea, ones that you mail in. I think, because I talk to a lot of people about random questions that pop into my head, and I'll even ask strangers on the street, and you can ask my husband. When we were in the nursery, I was asking strangers random questions for information for research, like for something I was going to talk to you guys about, actually. But basically, if I've asked many random people and friends of mine, do you vote? No, but I mean, my vote's taken. What do you mean? My husband or my wife or my brother votes, so I just give him my vote. Or I just give her my vote. Okay. That's up to the person, I suppose, but if it was my world, and I was in charge of it, and I thought that this was the fairest way to be, I wouldn't let anybody mail in votes, because think of all the people in bad relationships out there that the husband or wife, who has ever the abusive one or whatever, takes the vote and doesn't even let the spouse vote, right? Because they're, abusive and they're afraid. The other person's afraid. And I just want to say that when you get a ballot in the mail, there's a lot of chance that somebody might not be able to vote their vote, either because they give it to somebody else, which I don't feel is fair. Every single one person gets a vote. Yay! Living Out Loud's here. Yes, yes, yes. She's here. We can open it. I just wanted to wait for you to get here, sweetie. But I wanted to say, I don't feel like the mail-in votes are fair. And also, last time I went to go to the courthouse when Alex and I got married, 4 years ago, because we got engaged right away, but we didn't get married till we knew each other for 3 years. Anyway, they didn't make me show my ID to change my voting information. Hey, Papa Squirrel, how are you? Doing really good. Birthday week, it keeps going because I get a little bit of package here and package there every day. But, they didn't even have me change they didn't want to see my ID when I went to re-register to vote with my new married name. And they said since Obama had come into office, it's been that way. And I was like, that's crazy, man. Don't you want to know who I am, physically, and able to vote? So, Christina, thank you so much. I love gifts. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Papa Squirrel, I loved both of your spots on Terrathon. I got to see the one that you did, the original one, that I guess got lost, and I really liked it. And then I got to see your second recording the next day. And I was like, Simon, isn't Terrathon over? Because I had seen your slide. And he said, yeah, but yours got, lost somewhere. So that's crazy. So good to see you. I'm ultra strong in the morning. You know when you wake up in the morning, you first wake up and you can't really grip? Isn't that weird? Does anybody else get that? Oh, a note! It smells good. My mom told me at the post office, she's like, Jennifer, it smelled so good. Me and the lady at the post office were just dying. Oh, look at all these gifts. Oh, I have to read the note first because my mom taught me well. Read your card first, Jennifer. So I have this really radical moon sticker on my card. It says, happiest of birthdays to you, TTW. That's me, the Taxidermy Witch. I hope this reaches you in time for your big day. I'm actually glad that it reached me later because now I get to have more gifts, just continuous gifts. It's the best. Which I already told her. Nonetheless, here it is. Once you've opened your presents, undo the seal below. Oh, I love two-part things. See, good thing I read it because I was just going to open it. I'm like, what happened? So I'm supposed to open my gifts and then finish the letter. Cool. You lost me. You accidentally deleted it. Oh, you accidentally deleted it. I see. Okay. So the first thing I see in here, which is so awesome, is a big metal wishbone. I'm so excited about this, you guys. We talked about wishbone lore, how you can use wishbones for bone throwing kits. They're really excellent for those. There's a little key on here, which is cool too. Wishing you a magical birthday. That is uber fantastic. I'm really excited about this. Hi, Filipino Reaction. Nice to see you. Hi, Kale. Hello, everybody. So this is awesome. Really, really cool. And it's something like a coat hanger, I think. So you hang it on this, and then you can hang your coats on here. I didn't know that until, and I was just saying I was going to lay it on my dresser, but this is even better. Now I can hang up my coats on a wishbone, and I'll have some lucky jumpers. Yeah, that is really cool. Okay, this one says, for our piece, please open last. Okay. Last. Oh my god, it smells so good. What is in here? To aid you for any under the bridge workings. Okay, so this is for our trolls. Fantastic. And I also got this. Oh, nice. I got some conspiracy charm. It's a little Mickey Mouse charm. 33 on the ears. If you stand Mickey and Minnie next to each other and turn them to the side, their ears make a big 33. Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Mason. Come on, you guys. Watch Fantasia. It's all about witches. Witches and broomsticks and enchanting things to come out of the woods. I love conspiracy. I love all these moon phases you put in here too, hun. There's just these little like clippings throughout the box. See, I keep a big moon by my bed. Love that movie. I know. And the more you know, exactly. Be informed, y'all. Be informed. Oh, this is fantastic. It is a candle that she made, and that's what smells so bloody good. So I can see salt in there. I think I see dragon's blood. I think I see... Well, I know I see salt and dragon's blood and wax, and then there's some brown residue as well, which they're just resins kind of crushed up. And she made me a candle, I do believe. Yeah, this is definitely poured in there. In this red radical glass star. And then she's done, I'm guessing, she's done a working on it for my under the bridge lurkers, as that's what I call my trolls. And I do love them. I do. Because, listen, trolls just need love. They really do. They just need love. And they are people who are unhappy with their lives, I do believe. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's some trolls out there that are completely happy doing what they're doing. But in my opinion, I just think that they really found another group of people. Yeah, because I don't ever want to put trolls in the title of Papa Squirrel because I don't want to give them enough credit. So when I do, like, under the bridge lurker workings, because I've done those on my channel, that's what I call it instead of trolls. I feel like you give them too much credit if you call them what they want to be called. Mama Hennessy's here! Hi, darling! I like it too. I loved the old story of the trolls under the bridge, the Billy Goat Gruff. And here in Seattle, we actually have a bridge, the Aurora Bridge, that has a giant troll underneath it holding a Volkswagen Bug in his hands. That's a real Volkswagen Bug. That's how big the troll is. Alright. So this says, for my vigilance. And it's got like a heart and a key lock on it. I will be saving all of these little charms, Christina. Thank you so, so much. And I love all the, like, raffia twine type wrappings. I found out that raffia is a type of palm. And Alex is getting really into palms because when he goes to Texas, he's going to start a business of cutting down palm trees and, like, trimming them for people. Hey, Dangerous Eyes! We're opening gifts from Living Out Loud from Christina. The birthday goes on. Did you see the Seattle troll? Isn't that cool? Yeah, and his eye is a big hubcap, which is so Illuminati that he has one eye and one eye's a hubcap. I'm just saying. But it's sad because that's like a huge place for obviously like addicts to go in. But it's one of our Seattle roadside attractions, the Fremont Troll. The Fremont Troll. Okay. So now we've got another amazing, gigantic... Oh! I thought it was just a star! Christina, you did not have to do that. This is amazing. Where did you get this? Thank you. Holy potatoes. I can't believe this got here in one piece. This is insane. You guys. Look at this. It is so amazing. It is so, 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 so amazing. This is huge. Look how big this is. It had a little cobweb in it. This is amazing. I'm so happy about this. I don't know why I'm putting it over my face except just to tell you how big it is. This is such an excellent specimen. It's gigantic. Thank you, Christina. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet, but this is really amazing. So this is for my vigilance, and I feel like vigilance is worth it then. Such a cool specimen because, you know, a lot of times you'll see a lot of these being chipped off. There's one that's chipped off. This is amazing. Christina, I can't thank you enough. I love to look at how detailed the inside is. And it's our star, you know, like we find in the center of our apples, a star fruit. The shape comes about in nature so much, and it's great. Oh my gosh, thank you. So I have this part, and then the last gift to open will come last. We've got some more little moons in here. Love them. By the way, I watched the first 2 episodes of Black Mirror that came out on my birthday week. Thank you, Netflix. Thank you for my birthday gift, Netflix. This is a clover key that says love. So the first new episode of Dark Mirror, or Black Mirror, really good. Really good. Oh god. It's about this guy who, him and his best friend, they want to play video games together. But what they end up doing was one of the guys turns into a chick in the video game, and then the other guy stays a guy. Thank you. This is amazing. Thank you. I have a copy of this, but now I have a copy to cut up. And don't be upset about that. I'm going to keep your copy and not cut it up. I'm going to cut up the one I have. But I've been wanting to decoupage this with this magazine for a long time, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have a second one. Now I do. Thank you so much. So, in this game, it's like virtual reality. But you can feel all the sensations. So obviously they end up screwing, and they're having this like affair, and but it's crazy. It's a really, really, really good episode. Because the guys are not gay. They even try to hook up outside of the video game, and it's just like not the same. It's just very, very strange one. And then the second one, I kind of like was doing artwork through, so I didn't really get to see all of it. But I mean, really good plots in Black Mirror, and it's British and American cinema, like a show that's kind of British and American cast. And if you've never watched Black Mirror before, go watch it. Just, you might want to skip the very first episode because it's very, very off-putting if you have a weak stomach, mind, any of that. But it's basically like a futuristic version of what will happen with technology, like how technology is just going to screw over the world, you know? And, man, some of the episodes are downright chilling. Okay, so I've got my gift here that says open last, and it's got a big key on it. Shauna, you're taking screenshots of Papa Squirrel. That's funny. Okay, so for your piece, please open last. And then I'm going to read the rest of my note. Christina, just for the record, are you at work? There should be another trinket in there, loose. This is fantastic. Thank you. See, that's why you need to be here to tell me about my It's just a pair of doll legs. And when I get to Peggy's, when I start staying at my mother's house in a couple of months, you guys will see I have a pair of mannequin legs there that I just call legs. I named her Legs a long time ago. She has so much energy attached to her, the pair of mannequin legs that are from I think they're from the 40s, that I can't even usually stay in the same house. So Legs stays in, in the shed at my mom's. But I'm going to take her out and have her live with me again. Just get that energy vibing. Because it was upsetting my daughter. No, I couldn't have the legs in the same place with my daughter. Yep. Alright. Oh, you are at work, but you're doing yard work. Gotcha. Okay, because I thought you were, like, out at your job. And we were all bugging you. So, that candle made this whole package, like, reek amazing smell to my mother and the postmaster. So that's good to know, Christina. You've got your smells, like, directly on point. I love the wrapping paper. Last Christmas, Walmart had wrapping paper, or the Christmas before last, that we did all up in stags and stuff. And usually we try to do our Christmas tree, if we have a bigger one. I have a topper that's a stag. It's not real taxidermy, obviously. That would tip over the tree. But, not a big fan of telling anybody to shop at Walmart, but if that's all you can afford, you can do up a Christmas tree for like 30 bucks. That's amazingly gorgeous. And I'm totally a dork. I'm going to keep this wrapping paper. Hey, she didn't put tape on it! Now I can keep it even easier. That's amazing. See? And today they're so good with wrapping paper, they make it so that you can cut it the right shape. So you won't go, ah, it's off! Okay, Christina, I pack things in these little tiny boxes too. And I love to take these little boxes and like paint them black, and then use them for tarot cards or whatever. By the way, I have to tell you guys, the person who purchased my Lust deck, the game that I made, the Lust deck, they've gotten it, they've played it, they love it, and she got it for her boyfriend, and he adores it, so I'm really excited about that. I won't say who it is, but because that's probably private, but I'm very excited that somebody's playing with my game that I made. I was going to make them into an oracle deck, but I decided to make it into a game. So look at me doing all kinds of stuff. What is this? Oh, this is what it is. Christina, what is this? Is it a wireless earbud? Completely wireless design. Earphone weight. What is this? Oh, a headset with single side charging box. I still don't understand what it is. This is what's inside of the box. It is. It's a Bluetooth earbud. Is that what it is, Christina? Thank you! So is this gonna help me hear myself? I did want to do eventually some better filming and better, better things with what I was doing. So I adore this. As soon as I figure out how to work it, Alex will help me set it up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh-oh. It's not compatible with me. iPad or iPhone compatible. And I have an Android, so we'll have to see if it still works with my phone. Either way, I'm absolutely so grateful for all of my gifts, and I love them. Now I'm going to read the rest of my note. Your candle, set to repel negativity and reduce your stress and give you strength to deal with your under-the-bridge lurkers, and promoting your peace and harmony. Skullcap, carnation, lavender, pennyroyal with crushed fluorite. Oh, wow. So that crushed stuff wasn't salt, it was fluorite. And skullcap's in here, which I absolutely adore, and she knows that. Pennyroyal. This is a great combination, Christina. Christina, are you doing, Etsy? We'll figure it out, hun. We will figure it out. Yeah, so if you have an Etsy, you should do this. And, don't think that you can't go to the thrift store and turn thrift finds into Etsy stuff. Because if you just go in the candle section, you can make your own, like, really killer candles. I'll have to check out iKale's video this morning. I hadn't seen it yet. Would you guys like to... Well, everybody, let's say thank you to Christina for the beautiful donation to the channel and the birthday gifts. Thank you so, 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 so much. I cannot tell you how crazy amazing this is. You saw me scream. I mean, this is freaking really something. Thank you so much. Guess where the holder came from? Ha ha ha. A thrift store, right? Like, I would guess a thrift store, but maybe it's, if it's regular Bluetooth, it will link to anything that has Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm sure that we'll get it to work, you guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What was I saying? I don't remember. This is just really cool. I love it a lot. I was saying, do you guys want to read more out of questions children ask, or do you want me to go get the drunken botanist and read out of the drunken botanist? Oh yeah, go ahead and take a screenshot. Ah! Help me! I'm stuck! That's what screenshots are for. Yes, Clarissa, thank you. I know, face hugger. It doesn't smell bad, but it does have a smell. Alright, so what should we do? What should we read, you guys? I know, so thoughtful. So thoughtful. Oh yeah, I can give you my address now. Since it's a P.O. box, I feel free giving that on the channel. So let's see. Let me give you my post office box. It's right here. You can get Christina's off of there. Okay, if anybody wants to donate to the channel or send me a birthday gift, the channel is having, Taxidermy Witch channel is having its birthday on July 19th. That's when I filmed my first video last year. So it's Jen, P.O. Box 383, Seabeck, Washington, Seabeck, Washington, 98380. And if you want to put something after Jen, you can put Z, like zebra. Papa, thanks for joining us. That was super fun to have you. Yes, go get some lunch. You're hungry. It was great to see you. Yes, happy birthday. Enjoy your dinner. All right, guys, what book shall we read from? Shall we read from The Drunken Botanist, which was a gift from Alexander? Or shall we read The Questions That Children Ask? You should pin that in the comments. What should I pin in the comments? And what book are we going to read, you guys? Because if we don't pick a book, we're just going to stop the video. So we won't have nothing else to do. If we don't read, we're going to die. I'm going to put this in my altar right now. Oh, no, the P.O. Box. Okay, sure. I'll put the P.O. Box in the comments. Absolutely. Will do. Good idea as well, Ozark. Thank you. I like this paper as well. It's really pretty. Okay. Jen, I have a question. Hi, Audie. How are you? Does burying a dead flower symbolize anything? I have a flower for an ex that gave to me. It is now dead, and I don't know why, but I had an urge to bury it. Well, Audie, when you started that question, the first thing I was thinking, and I'm sure that some other people might have been thinking this too, is a lot of times I use dead flowers for offerings to other plants of nature, okay? Or I take them and I dry them, etc. But when we give a plant an offering, like, let's say I'm going to go harvest my mugwort. Before I harvested all this mugwort, you see that drying way up there in my drying rack? Before I did that, I gave that plant offerings. I went and picked some dead flowers from the other side of my yard, and then I went back to the mugwort and I buried them under the plant. So if you have dried or dead flowers for your offerings, you bury those in the ground around the plant that you're offering to, the plant that you're taking from, etc. So I don't know, what do you guys think about that? More from questions that children ask? Okay, you got it. So yeah, if you guys at any time want to throw out any Q&A, feel free, just go ahead, and if I can't answer it, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know, and we'll try and see if somebody else here knows the answer to it. But I'm never going to tell you guys that I know something if I don't know it. But I will tell you that oftentimes I think I'm right, and sometimes I'm not. And that's just the truth. Okay, so somebody want to pick a number between 9 and 183. And then if somebody wants me to read from Drunken Botanist, we can do that. Yeah, go charge your phone, my love. You're good. 55. Yeah, staying alive at 55. It's a joke that we've got in my family. 55. It's in the section called Children Ask Questions About Animals, and 55 is, why does a dog pant? Where do little puppies come from? And can dogs see colors? Yay! Let's find out. So again, we're in this book from 1976. Questions children ask. Some great illustrations. I wish I could illustrate like this, to be quite honest. Love those illustrations. Okay, so why does a dog pant? Do you guys know? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was that. I'm a cat person, so I don't know too much. Madam Butterfly, we'll go to 13 next. Great number. Okay, so when you are too warm, you sweat over most of your body. This makes you feel cooler. Your dog can sweat only through the bottom of its paws. When he is hot, this is not enough to cool him, so he pants. As he breathes the air in and out quickly, he gets rid of the heat inside of his body and he feels cooler. Here's their little picture of the dog. Where do little puppies come from? Puppies grow inside the mother dog in somewhat the way that peas grow in a pod. Each puppy is fastened to the mother inside by a little cord. Each one has a little bag or the sack and the liquid in it. The liquid acts as a cushion to keep the puppy from being hurt. Puppies do not need to eat or breathe while they are inside the mother because they get food and air from her. When they are grown enough, the puppies are pushed out of the mother. The sack around the puppy breaks. Then the puppy can breathe. The mother licks her puppies clean. While they are young, puppies drink milk from the mother dog's nipples. That is their food. And the last one was, can dogs see color? Your dog can hear sounds you cannot hear. When he sniffs along a trail, he can smell scents that you cannot smell. But if you throw a ball for him to fetch and bring back to you, he will not know if the ball is green or red or yellow. Dogs cannot see colors. All things look white or black or gray to them. And then here's the little illustration of the boy with the puppy, and he's just giving him a tease. Okay, so we're going to read number 13, and then I think we'll move on to The Drunken Botanist, because that book is seriously so much fun, and I've only read one chapter, and it doesn't make me cry like the Scott Cunningham book does. So, number 13, why can't I only eat what I like, and how can a baby only live on milk? These are freaking hilarious questions. I didn't know dogs were colorblind either until just now. And Ozark is absolutely right, but dogs can see spirits. Dogs and cats for sure are spirit seers. And, maybe it's all of the animals, because I've been with deer in nature and just observing them and seen them freak out at nothing before too. Yes, Living Out Loud, I'm just so glad that you made it to be with us for your package opening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the beautiful gifts. I love you, Christina. Thank you. Okay, so 13. Why can't I only eat what I like? And how can a baby only live on milk? These are two questions. I don't really understand how they go together, but it's hilarious. Okay. So here are the pictures. Look at that poor lad's face. He looks so distressed. And then these are good too. And she looks so happy. Why can't I only eat what I like? What do you like to eat best of all? Is it ice cream and candy? You can guess what would happen if you ate only ice cream and candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soon you would feel cross and tired, and probably you would have a stomach ache. Your body needs many kinds of food to keep it strong and healthy. And you can guess what else would happen if you ate only ice cream and candy. Soon you would be tired of them and they would no longer taste as good. You enjoy food best when you try many kinds of foods with many kinds of tastes. Try it and see. So I think what they're saying is variation in the diet, eating your vegetables, makes you appreciate that ice cream. So keep eating your vegetables. Hey, beautiful Becky, welcome to the chat. I don't think that I've seen you here before, so welcome, welcome. We opened a birthday gift. It is my birthday week. It was lovely. And now we're just reading from a random book. Welcome, welcome to Becky. Welcome to our little family here at TTW. Okay, next question of number 13. How can a baby only live on milk? These are the answers from 1976 to children. A tiny baby does not have teeth to bite or chew foods, but he needs food to make him grow. He needs food to give him energy. Milk gives him food. Milk gives him his food, for in milk there are proteins, fats, and minerals. There's so many things in breast milk that I'm not a doctor, but in the 70s, they were telling people that formula was so much better than breast milk, like because scientists could make things. No, there's no science that can duplicate breast milk. There's nothing. My sister-in-law had her first baby and she didn't breastfeed him, but her next two she did. And the first baby had terrible, terrible allergies, terrible, terrible colds his growing up. He was always sick and poorly. And the other two didn't have any of that. And I think, breast milk is just, also as a magical ingredient, it's one of the most magical things that you can have right there with moon blood. So after a few weeks, the baby begins to eat no other foods that give him the things that he needs that are not in milk. Next time your mother feeds the baby, watch and see what strange foods she gives him. Alright, so let me go get the Drunken Botanist, and we will read a little bit from it. I think it's just at the end of my bed. I don't think it's far. Yeah, immunities for the entire life. It's not just immunities while the child is small, which is so important, but for the entire fucking life. And if you've seen Clockwork Orange, or if you know anything about conspiracy theories, like Hollywood witchcraft, which is a very real thing, spirit cooking, etc. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, they use breast milk in their rituals and in their things. And the spirit cooking lady that throws the pig blood on the wall and writes down witchcraft stuff, she uses breast milk in her workings. And I'm just saying. Like, bite off the tip of your finger, or your left finger, and then, anyway. Not the kind of stuff I'm into, but the kind of conspiracy theories I'm into. So let me get the Drunken Botanist, and I'll be back. Okay. Yep, here it is. Just at the end of my bed. Guys see that Linnea's back? I haven't been able to catch one of her lives yet, but I see she's back. Look how good of an aim I am. That was pretty classy. Just plugging you guys in. Okay then. Fact, newborn calves will die if they do not get colostrum. I completely believe that. colostrum is that very first bit that comes out of the breast, and it's the most crucial thing to get. It has the initial vitamins that and nutrients and micronutrients that you need right when you're done being in the body to out of the body. And what I take for my dental health is cow colostrum from Irish organic cows that were fed on rapidly growing green grass, and that rebuilds your teeth, and it's really amazing. So as much as I believe that cow milk is only for cows and people milk is only for peoples and goat milk is only for goats, etc., except there's a little trick there with the goat milk because it's the only alkaline dairy to the human body, I still do believe that cow milk is made for making baby cows, and that because people have been drinking it for so long, our human evolution will change to be bigger, slower, more sluggish animals. And you can look over the last 100 years just at the way houses were built. If you go to a house that was built in the early 1900s, the stairs are smaller because people's legs were shorter. Well, there could be a few reasons for that, but the ceilings are lower because people were smaller. Look at a 13-year-old today and a 13-year-old in 1900. 13-year-old today has double D breasts. That would be all of the amazing hormones in the milk. And the fact that cow's milk is, I feel, really adapting us into more of a cow-like animal. So, tired, slow, sluggish, huge, Our species is growing more than it's grown in 100 years for, like, all of time, right? So if we continue this way, what will we look like in... Not a scientist, not a doctor, I just read a lot of books. So that may muddle things, but... Anyway, this book is fantastic. Let's just talk about it. So, The Drunken Botanist. The Plants That Create the World's Great Drinks by Amy Stewart. And it is a New York Times bestseller. Let me read the back to you. It's really a beautiful book. A spirited toast to the marriage of botany and booze. Sake began with a grain of rice. Scotch emerged from barley. Tequila from agave. Rum from sugarcane. Bourbon from corn. Thirsty yet? In The Drunken Botanist, Amy Stewart explores the dizzying array of herbs, flowers, trees, fruits, and fungi that humans have, through ingenuity, inspiration, and sheer desperation, contrived and transformed into alcohol over the centuries. Of all the extraordinary and obscure plants that we have fermented and distilled, a few are dangerous. Some are downright bizarre, and one as ancient as the dinosaurs, but each represents a unique cultural contribution to our global drinking traditions and our history. The fascinating concoction of biology, chemistry, history, etymology, and mixology with more than 50 drink recipes and growing tips for gardeners will make you the most popular guest at any cocktail party. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stop the video, and I know that people might be upset about that, but you can come right back. I'm going to try and get through an entire chapter, and I want that to be a video of its own. So I hope to see you all come back. I think, so basically, like, it's got all these different kinds of sections, just like Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. But basically, it starts with agave, and I've already read that chapter, and then it goes on to apple. So when we get back, do you guys want to read about apple or agave? You guys can pick, and the first person to say it gets it. So go ahead and pick apple or agave. Apple or agave? Apple. Perfect, Michelle Knoll. We'll see you guys back. We're going to